Hi guys, today we'll be learning about production possibility curves. Do you know in economics we use graphical representations to understand theoretical concepts. Production possibility curve also a graphical representation we use to understand the concept of opportunity cost and scarcity. So in this small video clip, we'll be learning about what is a production possibility curve, what are the assumptions we make when constructing a production possibility curve, why it has a concave shape. Not only that, some examples how to calculate opportunity cost using a production possibility curve.
Production possibility frontier or else production possibility curve. It's a graph we use to demonstrate different combinations of good an economy can produce if all economic resources are fully and efficiently employed. So if we construct a PPF for a country, that will help us to understand different combinations of goods this economy can produce when its resources are fully and efficiently employed. When constructing a PPF, we make certain assumptions for us to simplify the situation. What are the assumptions of a PPF? Two different goods an economy can produce. So if you take a practical world scenario, we produce millions of products. But in this PPF, we produce only two different goods. Secondly, we assume all resources are fully and efficiently employed. Our key economic resources, land, labor, and capital. So we assume these key economic resources are fully and efficiently employed. For an example, we assume all the citizens in the country are employed and all of them are working at their maximum productivity levels. Next assumption, technology remains unchanged. We all know technological advancements can impact on efficiency of production. So due to technology, we can actually increase production efficiency. Therefore, we assume technology is remaining unchanged. The last assumption is about amount of resources are fixed but transferable from one good to another. Our first assumption is about producing only two different goods. So if you look at economic resources used to produce these two different goods are transferable. Let's assume there is an economy producing capital goods and consumer goods. So if you transfer resources from capital goods to consumer goods, the same economic resources can be used to produce consumer goods and capital goods. Here you all can see two different graphs. The first one is a PPC with a concave shape. Second one, we call it a straight line PPC or else a linear PPC. So in your exam papers or else in your textbooks, you mostly find concave shape PPCs, but if you construct a linear PPC, that is also not wrong. So we widely use concave shape PPCs and linear or straight line PPCs. Opportunity cost and PPC. Now, here I want to discuss about using a PPC or PPF, how can we calculate opportunity cost? You all can see I have marked some coordinates in this PPC, point A, point B, point C and point D. So these points are or coordinates are on the PPC. So these are the different combinations this economy can produce. In our definition, we learn PPF can show us different combinations of goods an economy can produce. So if you look at this particular example, what are the combinations this economy can produce? A, B, C or D. How do we calculate opportunity cost? Using this PPC. If you look at point A, if you read the coordinates, you can see this PPC has two different goods, non-manufactured goods and manufactured goods. So at the point A, this economy is producing only non-manufactured goods. So they are not allocating any resources for manufactured goods. So the resources are at a zero level. Therefore, if you look at non-manufactured goods, they are producing maximum of 50 units. If you move in here in your x-axis, you can see at point E, this economy is producing 40 units of manufactured goods, but we do not produce any non-manufactured goods. So if you fully employed all your resources for non-manufactured goods, we can produce maximum of 50 units, and if you fully allocate all the resources for manufactured goods, we can produce maximum of 40 units. Now let's assume somebody started the production at point A. At point A, we do not produce any manufactured goods, we produce only non-manufactured goods. Then this economy is trying to move from point A to point B. So at that time, if you move to point B, you can see now how many units of non-manufactured goods this economy is producing and how many units of manufactured goods this economy is producing. At point B, this economy is producing 45 units of non-manufactured goods and 15 units of manufactured goods. What has happened? This economy has reduced its non-manufactured goods by 5 units, but manufactured goods have increased from 0 to 15. So in order to increase manufactured goods by 15 units, this economy has sacrificed 5 units of non-manufactured goods. That's the opportunity cost of producing 15 manufactured goods. When we are moving from 0 to 15, we need more resources. So from where we got these resources? From manufactured goods. So we sacrifice 5 units of non-manufactured goods. Simply, if someone asks you, what is the opportunity cost of moving from point A to point B, that is decreasing non-manufactured goods by 5 units, or else if someone asks you, what is the opportunity cost of increasing manufactured goods by 15 units, your answer is decreasing non-manufactured goods by 5 units. Now let's look at our question. What is the opportunity cost of moving from D to C? So point D is here, point C is here. Now first thing we need to do, if you get a question like this in your examination, find out at point C how many units of non-manufactured goods and manufactured goods we are producing. So at point C, we are producing 30 units of non-manufactured goods and 30 units of manufactured goods. At point D, let's find out how many units of goods we produce. At point D, we are producing 20 units of non-manufactured goods. This is 35 units of manufactured goods. Now it's important to understand our direction. We are moving from point D to C. So that means we are moving from 35 to 30 units of manufactured goods. But here 20 to 30 units of non-manufactured goods. So 35 to 30, the answer is minus 5. If you look at here, non-manufactured goods now has increased by 10 units, 20 to 30. So let's record it as plus 10. So if someone asks you, what is the opportunity cost of moving from point D to C? That is 5 units of manufactured goods because we had to sacrifice 5 units of manufactured goods to increase non-manufactured goods from 20 to 30. So your answer is 5 units of manufactured goods. So you can see with minus value, that is the sacrifice we made. So the definition of opportunity cost is the value of next best alternative forgone. So our full alternative is manufactured good, and how much is the value? 5 units of manufactured goods. Another question, students asking from us why this opportunity cost curve, the PPC curve, has a concave shape. So if you look at this red line, that shows the concave shape, concave to the origin. Why this concave shape is occurring? Because you can see when you move from point E to D or D to C or B to A, opportunity cost is increasing. So along the PPC curve, when you move, opportunity cost is increasing. That is why PPC or PPF has a concave shaped structure.
I hope everyone watched my short video clip about production possibility curve.